Actually, sometimes I did take my notes with me, but I put it aside. If I don't remember, I will take a look. Without a notes to evaluate, to deliver the evaluation is out of long-term practice. Because in the beginning, of course, you need the notes. And today I'm going to share my experience or my tips or my way to evaluate effectively, because I have seen not so effective evaluation sometimes. We have some new members that I'd like to share this topic with all of you. So, how many of you haven't been evaluators? Only Gina and the young lady. Jessie? Really? Is today your first time to be an evaluator? Long time ago, probably you did, but already a long time. Okay. Out of practice, we can be better. But I still have some tips and my rules to share with you. First, I want to share why evaluation, why a good or effective evaluation is so important. Because you have any answer?
Because we want to give feedback to evaluate.
Yes. Speaker. We want to give feedback to the speaker, right?
Yeah.
The feedback will include what?
Criticism.
Kiss and the kick, yes. And the criticism is a kind of kick. I will mention those because you are so experienced. Those are in my PowerPoint. Okay, I'll show the PowerPoint so we can go quickly. Purpose of evaluation. There are some purpose. First, we can help the speaker. We help the speaker to go further, to continue. So we need to praise and give encouragement. That is the first thing we do, and not criticism. Criticism is a thing that we will give, but we don't call it criticism. We call it suggestion. Suggestion. Yes. Okay. So, okay. To improve, we also want the speaker to improve, right? You cannot just tell him or her how good you are from the beginning to the end, but you don't tell him or her what to improve, so he or she will not improve. So to improve, help him to improve, you give suggestion. Because that's the purpose of evaluation. But out of this purpose, actually there are some other purposes. We can help the evaluator himself to improve the listening skill, the learning skill, the organizing skill, and the delivery skill, and make things logical and also helpful to the speaker. It's not so easy so that's why we need some practice, and so the speaker can be helped from the evaluator, so the evaluator himself or herself can improve too. And if we have effective evaluations in the meeting, the guests will think, oh, that's great, because I give a speech and we will have very effective evaluation, so the meeting quality can be good and the guests would like to join us. That's the whole purpose of a good and effective evaluation. All right, steps of evaluation during the meeting. I've divided them into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, why the PowerPoint, the angle is a little bit, I cannot, because I have, can you see it? Why? Something wrong, because I have another thing. It's okay. 因为这边有没有照到，所以是可能是 connection 的问题。我觉得是 connection，因为上次 the last time I was here with DBTC, the PowerPoint is no problem. I think it's connection problem, not the angle problem. Okay, listening. So you need to listen and you need to watch. Listen the content of the speech and watch the delivery. How he is doing, the body language, the facial expression, the eye contact, everything. And you need to write your notes. Very important, unless you have very good memory, you don't need to write anything. But I do need to write everything that I listened and I saw on my notes. Okay, and then in the meantime, you need to think, you need to analyze and summarize and also compose a speech, a short speech, about 3 minutes, okay? And you give praise and suggestions. Here is the 6-point suggestions. So that's the 6 steps that I would like to share with you. And sorry, I forgot to bring the printed one. This is the form that normally I use. So on your notebook or on a piece of paper, you divided 3 parts. One is what to evaluate, content. Okay, here is content. So you write the content, you listen here, and the second is delivery, how the speech is delivered, and also the value. So write it here. You can pass it along, take a look. That's what I use in my notebook or a piece of paper. Okay, A4 paper is okay. Also, like Amy is doing on her note, and she wrote 3 parts. If it's too small, you can use the next page to write delivery and the value. Okay, because sometimes one page is not enough. All right. Now, when you take notes, what to take? Organization, you can take notes for the opening, how the speech is opened, and the body, several points, important points. You don't need to write down everything because you don't have time to follow everything that you can write down. And then the ending. Ending is also very important for the part of organization. So opening, body, ending. Body, how many parts in his speech, then write it down so you can have an overview later. But you can also write and think. And the delivery, what is included in the delivery? Can you give me any answer? Such as?
Eye contact.
Eye contact, yes. Body movement, yes. Vocal variety, very good. Gesture, hand gesture, facial expression. Anything else? Okay, let me see. Nervousness, fluency, body language, vocal variety, eye contact, etc. So you almost got everything. Nervousness can be a kind of delivery performance, and fluency also. All right. So you can watch all those points that's in the speaker's delivery and write it. Oh, this part is very good, and this part can be improved. So, but maybe when you wrote everything down, you don't need to use everything because you only have 3 minutes and 30 seconds. At the end, you decide which to say. All right, and then you compose a mini script, and then here is the value. Goodness. Message of speech. Okay. So the third part is the message of the speech. It's the value. I can ask Amy to give you the file later. Because the message of the speech is also very important. In Toastmasters manual, we told our members that every speech has a purpose. There are total how many purposes of a speech? 4. Maybe you are smarter than Toastmasters, so you have the 5th. Yeah, I think so.
I make the bread, now we cook.
Okay. So what's the 4 purposes?
Speech to inform, speech to entertain, speech to persuade, speech to inspire.
Okay, make it simple. To inform, you tell people something. To entertain, you make people laugh. To persuade, you ask people to do something. To inspire, you inspire people to brighten their brains and heart, and maybe they will go do something, but you don't tell them to do it. You just inspire. I'll give you some example. If, okay, this is remote controller from my company. So I make a speech about 7 minutes to introduce how good it is, what the function it is. Okay, then I end the speech. What's my purpose of the speech?
To persuade.
The first one is to inform. If I say, oh, it's very good, you can buy one very cheap, 30% discount. And that is persuade. Okay, so one speech can contain more than one purpose. So I can have two purposes, to inform and to persuade. What about my speech, body language? 2002, the champion speech. 2012.
To entertain.
To entertain. Something ridiculous, something may not happen in the real world, but you laugh, and that's to entertain. All right. So what about I told you a speech that my mother passed away 10 years ago, and how much I missed her. I regret that I didn't take care of her very much. I should have done this. I should have done that. Oh, I'm so sorry. I missed her. I should have called her every morning. I should have blah, blah, blah. And then I missed her. What's the purpose? What? Eulogy? Okay, eulogy. That's 10 years ago. Eulogy should be happening in the funeral, right? All right. Maybe after you listen to my speech, you will feel the same way, but your mother's still alive, that you will feel, yes, I should take the time to call her and to go to see her every weekend. But I didn't tell you to do so. I just told you my story, how regret I felt. Then you are inspired. Okay, that's a kind of example of inspirational speech. All right, that's the purpose. So, okay, I want to talk about the purpose. If you are an evaluator, please find the purpose of the speech. If you don't feel there is a purpose, you cannot feel it, try to suggest the speaker that give the speech and value, all right? How to evaluate? You have to find good points to praise, right? You tell the audience what is the good points. But it's very important is the second part. Why? Why it's very good. So you cannot just say, oh, I think Julius made a very good speech today because the opening is very good and the body is very good and the ending is also very good. Overall, the speech is very good. But why? Please give the reason why you think it's good. Julius' opening is so attractive. He caught my attention immediately. It's like eye-opening. It's like an eye-catching opening. So give some adjective to make people be persuaded that you think the opening is very good. So tell us why it is good, what is good, and why it's good. All right? And then suggestion, where to be improved. And here it is.
What?
How? Because sometimes we'll say, Gina, your speech ending I think is a little bit weak. You can make it stronger. Next time, make your speech stronger. I told her where to make the improvement. But Gina think, I don't know how to make it stronger. So as an evaluator, you are more experienced. Please tell her how to make it stronger, or give her example, such as if Gina's speech is about environment protection. At the end, she showed an ocean with all garbages on the seashore, and she ended smoothly. And I would suggest her, if I were you, I will say, see how dirty our seashore is, how dirty our planet is. We should do something, not give our generation to come a dirty planet. We should do something. Okay, everybody?
Yeah.
Is that stronger? Yes. At least tell her how to make the end stronger. That's how. Right? How? It's here. All right. Now, 3K method, as Emily said, kiss, kick, kiss. So at the evaluation part, you do kiss first, and the kick, and the kiss again at the end if you have time. Please remember, the sequence is very important. It's called the 3K or sandwich method. Please don't give the kick first because the speaker will be hurt. I have been hurt like that when I was a junior member in a club, and the evaluator said something like that. Okay, I'll talk about the good points first. You know what that means? It means that a lot of bad things she will talk about later. She hesitated. Okay, I'll talk about the good things first. Really? How bad I am? So your attitude, your facial expression, the way your tone is also very important. Please keep smile and give encouragement even when you are giving the kick. Okay. What time do I have?
2 minutes.
Go quickly. Evaluation is a mini speech. Opening, all right? Opening, body, ending, and pay attention to your delivery skill. So you can do some gestures, natural gestures, all right? Time control. Okay, this is my weak part, so I want to share with you. In at least 2 minutes, when the green flag is on, you need to give praise, 3 kisses. And then when you see the green one, 1 minute, suggestion to 2 kicks, 1 or 2 kicks. Okay, 1 or 2 suggestions because you have 1 minute. So when you see the green flag, means that you already are doing the suggestion part. That's a good time control. Otherwise, sometimes you will be overtime. I do overtime all the time. 30 seconds to wrap up at the end. Okay, that's time control. And then more tips. Avoid any other things not related to this speech. Why? People don't want to hear anything not related to this speech. Don't say, oh, last night I called the speaker, we talked about this and that, and she was not ready, but see today how good she is. You don't need to say that. It's irrelevant to the performance today. All right. Do not repeat or summarize the speech. We have seen new members doing this. Just repeat and summarize the speech. No need, because we have heard the speech 7 minutes. We don't need you to repeat and summarize in 2-3 minutes. So how can you avoid this? Just follow my formula. What is good? Why is good? Where to improve? How to improve? Kiss, kick, kiss. Then you will not repeat or summarize the speech. All right. And then do not give another speech. Some people do this. Why I said this, I have seen a lot of people doing another speech. Another speech is like a 心得报告, 心得分享. Oh, I heard this speech. Oh, Amy talked about her father passed away. You know what? My mom passed away last year too. I felt the same feeling. Oh, I will talk about my mother, and that's not an evaluation at all. That's a sharing. All right. So, but A lot of people did that. So please don't do that. Because we are doing evaluation, we need to give feedback to the speaker. How good she delivered the speech, what to improve, how to improve. Okay? Evaluation is like 书评，那书摘或是心得报告。书摘是什么？就是 summarize。心得报告就是 another speech。Okay， 书评就是 good part and what is good, why is good, the bad part, where is bad, and how to improve. Beware of your language. Avoid negative words. Don't say you didn't, you shouldn't, you failed. Okay, those are negative words. Please don't use them. Use, I suggest you, if you could do this, it would be, I believe you could do this, it would be better. You could, not you should. You could do this. I suggest you to do this. It's more polite and softer, tender. And those words, sentences are stronger because they are negative. And avoid whitewashing. Also avoid criticizing. What is whitewashing? Whitewashing is the speech is not really very good, but you are afraid to hear the speaker. So you say, oh, the speech is very good. Nothing to be suggested. You are afraid to hurt the speaker's feeling. So you whitewash. And the criticizing is that you think you do think the speaker is very, very lousy. So you give a lot of suggestions. You don't give any encouragement. And that is called criticizing. So when you're doing whitewashing, I suggest you be honest. Give some real fact. When you are doing criticizing, I suggest you don't be too honest. Find at least some good point that the speaker has, such as if the speaker is very, very weak and lousy and on the stage, but you can encourage him or her that you have the guts, the courage to stand here, even if you are not prepared, ready, prepared. And that's one thing to encourage, right? Okay. Collect pocket words. All right. Interesting, attractive, dramatic, theatrical, touching, colorful, educational, inspiring, profound, informative, humorous, vivid, such as a lot of adjectives that you can collect in your pockets so you can use them easily in your evaluation. They are very useful words. So practice makes perfect. Just practice, practice, and practice. So please use my method today for the two evaluators that I would give you some feedback that if you follow my tips. My tips are not the perfect one, all right? There are more better ones, maybe Bruce and Haishuo, Julius, but if you're a basic evaluator, follow my tips. I think you can be better step by step. Okay, that's my sharing. Thank you. I hope everybody can